Promised to bring you an interview with Raffensperger this week after some controversy on Tuesday when he did not attend a debate with his Democratic opponent John Barrow. He told us a prior commitment kept him from the debate in Atlanta and that during the general election he attended 2 debates and Barrow didn't show up to those. Raffensperger, though, says that's not the big issue in this race. He says voter security is. His campaign bus making stops Friday morning in Effingham County in Richmond Hill. Brad Raffensperger said he hadn't seen the lawsuit filed recently, which claims up to 40,000 people had problems voting in the midterms, but he pointed to record turnout.
When people talk about voter suppression, we had one of the largest turnouts that we've ever had for a midterm election, so I don't see the suppression there. And so I think we need to keep that in perspective.
He does say the voting process should be streamlined, starting with how you vote.
We are going to have new voting machines, and I've been running for a year and a half saying we need new voting machines with a verifiable paper audit trail.
Raffensperger's plan would still have people making selections electronically, but then printing out a paper copy. He says that's safer than just marking paper ballots. His opponent, John Barrow, says a paper ballot system would work just as well and be much cheaper than buying new Cadillac-type voting machines.
There's several different systems, but if John Barrow says that his system's cheaper, that may be true, but what is the price of your franchise to vote? I think it's priceless, and I would never want to see someone disenfranchised by people playing games with the election process.
Raffensperger does seem to support exact match, but promises he doesn't want to make it harder to register or cast a ballot. Still, he follows the party line on supposed voter fraud.
I'm going to fight hard every day to make sure that only Americans vote in our elections, that I am the person that's going to make sure we have voter integrity. We have clean, fair, accurate elections. We all vote. At the end of the day, we call the winner, and we quit belly aching about it, and we move on to the next election.
Early voting in this runoff ended today with the runoff scheduled for next Tuesday. Now, Raffensperger told us it was a close vote in the midterms, and he's willing to accept the results of the runoff if he loses, but he does seem confident he has an edge, indicating he was pleased this week when he was endorsed by the president. Joanne Merrigan, WSAV News 3.